Hi everyone, it's Dawn from Not Space on Paper Crafts. We are back with part 3 of our mini album tutorial. So the first part was doing the construction of the album itself, so the outer covers and the inner. The second part was doing the binding, and now this part 3, we're going to be putting the pages on. Now I've put 2 pages in already, and I've done a flap on the first page and then a little pocket, and I've used the border punch that I used on the front to sort of tie it all in. You can't really see that at the moment because everything's done in the black cardstock, but let me try and find a white piece. I've got an envelope here, so you can see that there. And then you've got a flap that comes over. Then the side is open for tags. Then it's plain on this side. I may do some other bits and pieces on here. Then this side I have 2 pieces that open out. These are going to be secured with a magnet. And then again the side will open up for tags. So we're going to put the next page in. Now I'm going to show you how to put the page together. So I cut my pieces 6.5 by 6.5, and I decided I was going to do 6 by 6, but I decided on 6.5 because it sort of filled it out a little bit more, and because of the way I'd done the binding, it really needed to be 6.5 to fit the binding. So whatever length your binding is, you need to allow a little bit, maybe ½ an inch or maybe 1/4 of an inch, because what happens is your page gets glued on 2 sides and then they slot over, so they go either side of that piece like that. So I'm going to put the page together first. Now I'm not doing any flaps on this one, so all I need to do really is put the sides together. Now when you're putting your tape on, tape to the end of one side, but then leave about, what's that, about ½ an inch on that side, so we can slot it over our binding. So I'll do the same again here and just trim that off. Okay, just press it all down with the bone folder. It just makes it easier to lift up then. So I know 4 pages doesn't seem like a lot, but if you keep adding flaps and pockets and, you know, tags, and it really does bulk it out quite well. So you would line the edges and then seal it. So you have this side which will be open for your pocket, and this side which is open a fair bit to go over the binding. So just make sure this is rubbed down. So what I suggest you do is do one side first, because it's easier to concentrate on one side sticking and then popping the other one on after. So excuse me, that's my phone. So you're going to, I'm going to try and do this so you can see. I'll try and slide that on, and look, I'm really trying to do it so you can see. Okay, so you just want to slot that over and press it down, and then you want to This is why you don't want to stick your page closed all the way, because you need to get in to remove this adhesive. And then that seals down there. So that's how you put your pages in. Now, on the second binding that I did, the pages will also fit in there. So on the second binding that we did, the pages will fit in exactly the same way. So if you have your two pieces of paper, you would do the same thing. They would just slot over like that, and then they would seal in. So they would stick in the same way on this binding method as well. So I have another page here now. What I've done on this one is I've actually stuck this the wrong way around, which is fine because I've got to cover it with some decorative papers anyway. But I've popped another flap on there, which I actually want to flip down because I've already got one that flips up. So this one I want to flip down, and I'm just going to get my corner rounder, and unlike the other one, and just round the corners on there. So again, just peel off the one side, and then just slot it over. And then this side. Again, remember not to tape all the way to the end, because you're not going to be able to get in to get this bit sealed. So there we have our 4 pages in our book. Now you can add different bits and pieces to give it a bit more interest and have a bit more storage space. On this page, what I'm actually going to do is do a flip front. So what I've done is I've cut these pieces out and I've scored them at 1/4 of an inch, and I've just put some 1/4 of an inch adhesive on there. So I'm going to stick these down and try and find roughly the centre of the page. That's actually quite crooked, isn't it? That's fine. It's stuck down now, it's not going anywhere. I should have measured it properly really, but... And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take this next one, and where the score line is, you're just going to butt that up to the end of this one. Like that. And then what I might do actually is put that one on the top. So again, do the same thing, but if you're adding it onto the top, bit the straight edge along the top so you can once you fold that down, burnish that with your bone folder. As you add papers on these, they will stick down, or what you can do is get one of the flaps you've cut off and make a magnetic strip. So the magnetic strip then will hold those flips down. So you can do all manner of things. You can do your pockets, you can do you know, side pockets, you can do flaps, you can do like little opening envelopes, so you can get your envelope punch board and make a 3D envelope, and you could have that in there with some journaling cards in, because what you've created is something with lots and lots of space, so you can embellish that really as much as you wanted, because there is a lot of space for embellishments. So now we've got the outer cover, the inside, the binding and the pages. The only thing left to do is to decorate it. So I'm going to decorate my book, and then the next video I'll be running through each page and the tags, and you can see what I've done. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to check out the final part of the of this series, so you can see what the finished product looks like. So thanks so much guys for watching. Take care. Bye.